Welcome back, everyone, to Ignite, sparked by BBB. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite. And I'm sorry, it's BBB Sharing. I am the Director of Ignite,
That's
sparked by
correct.
BBB. I apologize for the
You're
mix-up. This is
everything.
my
You're the best. You're
third
good.
podcast for the day.
Yes.
My brain's a little fried, but today I have a special guest here with me. I have Thomas from Hilldrup, right?
Yes,
And Hilldrup is a moving company. Am I correct?
yes, moving and storage company. I have affiliates throughout the Southeast. Obviously, we're right here in Richmond, Virginia. We've been home, it's been home to us since the early 1970s. We've been
Wow.
in the state of Virginia for over 120 years. So we've have a little bit of history here, and we do commercial moving, household goods, all types of commercial moving. So been in business to long, cover all aspects of storage and logistical needs that any customer or business might have.
So you've been in Richmond for 120 years?
No, we've been in Richmond since the 1970s.
Wow.
We purchased a moving and storage company and brought our Hilldrup brand from Fredericksburg. We started, that's where the company started, was in Fredericksburg, Virginia. We're now in Stafford, Virginia. We made a move to be closer to the military bases, which is not too uncommon in the moving and storage businesses. You really you'll find that a lot of you have the military moves or the lifeblood, the startup for a lot of moving and storage companies, and that's what we've done with our brand over the years. And we pretty much stick to the as far north as Maryland and as far south as Florida.
Wow.
So we cover a lot, and with the movement of in the last 10 years that we've seen in the country, the Southeast has been blowing up. So we've been it's been a very good logistical situation for us for all our moves, and it's very easy to cover customers from in that region.
Wonderful.
So, and thank you for being accredited, Barrymore. And I ask you this question. So first of all, Evie, this is what, moving month or moving week was last week?
It's moving month.
Did you plan this intentionally?
I did not.
You should
It was
take
a
that
happy
credit.
accident.
It was a great accident. Did you know it was moving month? I don't know if you know.
Well, I mean, it's always
It's always moving
anytime it's warm, it's moving month.
Yeah,
good point.
In the state of Virginia.
It's on these calendars and these, we call out at the BBB, we have a lot of great articles. And so the brokers, you're not a broker.
We're not a broker, no.
Do you want to talk about that and really give people a little bit of a warning? Because I think it should be a warning, but I shouldn't speak. I'm not in your business.
It's not very uncommon. I think the best way to talk about it is to give a good example,
Sure.
because I think a lot of people don't realize it until they see the effects of it. And without fail, 5 to 10 times a summer, I'll get a call from a panicked customer, and their mover has backed out on them. They were given. We give price, we do multiple estimates a day for customers, and it's not until they find another move that's a lot cheaper, and sometimes it can be too good to be true.
Yes.
And what happens is a broker will try to sell it for a certain price, and then he can't find anybody to put underneath it. And so what happens is they just kind of bail on the customer, and the customer calls into the office and they're in a panic. And we try to rescue them as much as we can. We do have a program called Move Rescue, which we deal with when this situation occurs. But sometimes it's difficult to get like the packing done, but we can get the loading squared away. But like the summer months are just extremely busy for any moving and storage company, and it does get overwhelming for customers. It all starts by the keyboard, and then they don't really do their homework on whether they're affiliated with the Better Business Bureau, and so or don't do any homework on who that company is, and they whether they're licensed in the state of Virginia or they're licensed to do state to state moves, things of that nature. So that's where it all begins, and then they'll give an estimate, and let's say they give an estimate for $2,500 when and sometimes you can't. $2,500 to move from here to North Carolina, it's very difficult. It's hard to move from Glen Allen, where we are right now, to the other side of Richmond for $2,500.
Even next door for
$2,500. It's really hard with the amount of labor, and as you grow older in life, obviously Richmond's just blown up in the last 10 years. The homes are larger. there's so much more than, and you also get people that aren't, don't have any longevity in the business. That's, I've been in the business 22 years now. And so, you see a lot of things, and there's not a week that probably goes by where somebody hasn't picked up an off the wall moving company, and they're trying to compare it to your estimate, and you're like, hey, well, where are they located? Right. Like, well, they're located in Kansas City, or
Atlanta.
Yeah, like, how are they going to, like, where are they going to get their labor to pick up your move? Where are they get the labor to your labor to pack? And the estimates are always lower. Lower volume. So a lot of our business relates to the volume and size of the capacity of the household goods get in their truck, and the brokers sometimes don't have the ability to cover that. They have a straight truck on a job that requires a tractor trailer, and then customers are call up. So it does happen a lot. It's a very difficult situation, and we at Hilldrup try to make every effort we can. When you get into the 20s of June, 20s and early numbers of July, it's very difficult to cover those, because we're trying to take care of our customers as much as we can. But we don't turn our backs on them, and we've been known to start loading at 5 o'clock in the evening and send 15 guys out and get people rescued.
Make it up.
So it does happen. It's a very panicked situation, but you see it on 60 Minutes. You see it on. There's always a good story about they like to use the term rogue movers, and so and that really hurt a lot during COVID too. So it's so that that's just something that happens, but it's important. That's why it's important to have a brand that's a good quality van, a long history, a reputation, and then an involvement with groups like yours.
They have our something. So we see all the nightmares, right? And so I've learned a lot in this short period of time, 2.5 years. But I come out of the car business, and it's the same thing. Cars you could buy for $19,999, and we know it's not possible. And they drive 300 miles, and they find out it's not possible. So BBB.org, accredited business, very important. So I'm glad that you guys are. The rescue, I never heard about that, but the nightmares I hear. So one in Chesterfield, a lady that's an acquaintance of mine, her boss is accredited. She got a quote from Chesterfield to Florida, $7,000 here in Chesterfield is what they told her. Brokers in Atlanta. Before they finished loading her home here, 3/4 loaded, they came with another document, 14,000. Got it, furniture lost because it's being brokered. It's sitting in a lot somewhere, truck stop or warehouse, whatever. She gets to Florida, and they got ultimately 21,000. So 7 to 21,000, and really nothing she could do after it. We're a brand you call ahead of time. We're a good offense. We are a terrible defense, because we're not the government. We have no authority, zero. But we're for the good guys, and we're for every consumer. So you being accredited, paying us, you are helping take care of the consumer. So make sure you realize that. Tell your whole staff, thank you. And I'm sure we're at 8 minutes, so we got probably 2 minutes. Abby's always got, she's very organized.
Are there any tips for those that are moving? Any tips that help them have the best moving experience?
Well, I think it's always important to plan ahead. You got to, it's good to get your estimates before you put your home on the market, or before you decide to buy a new home, just so you know the ballpark, because a lot of people don't realize how much it costs to pack. And doing your own packing is always the best way to save $1. That everybody asks me for the best discount. Everybody wants a discount, right? They want a discount, best price. But in order to get the best price, you got to put in a little effort. And I think packing is my number one area where we can help. If a customer can complete the packing, we at Hilldrup will always want to work with you, provide used boxes to give you every opportunity to save cost. But planning and just get an idea. You can always subtract from your move. Get a worst case scenario, and then we're always resurvey, and always get a survey. Don't ever do a list. We in our business don't like lists, because this chair is a little different than the chair in the other room, and you just can't. You have to make sure you get the volume squared away, in order to make sure it fits on the proper piece of equipment that we'll use, whether it be a straight truck or tractor trailer.
Awesome. So here at Ignite and at the BBB, we focus a lot on social issues, and we love working with nonprofits in the community in Virginia in general. So Can you tell me about the partnership that you'll have with Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU?
Yes, so this year we've got involved with the Children's Hospital of Richmond. I mean, we're involved with lots of obviously nonprofits with the different areas that we're involved with. But our Richmond branch has taken a special interest with the Children's Hospital of Richmond, and we're going to
That's
give
great.
proceeds of each move. Percentage of each move will benefit the hospital this year. We're obviously a proud partner to work with VCU and the Children's Hospital of Richmond. Obviously, we want to provide a better future for all kids in this community, because the more better future we provide for each kid, the better, more this community continues to grow and prosper. So what we want to do is obviously support the Richmond Children's Hospital as much as we can, and that's just something that I know that our marketing team has been very in our corporate leaders are very, very, very involved with, that we consistently get an email about it, and updates, and that was something that just happened within the last 2 months, and they're very proud partner of ours, as is all our community partners that we work with. That just happens to be the one that we're really extremely involved with, but that they're one of many that we definitely are proud to be a part of.
You make it a direct impact there.
Yeah.
That's a philanthropy that makes a difference. There's so many that I've realized, and being in the car business, I've done everybody in this town. You're making a big difference. I mean, if you just focus just on that one, you can measure it child by child.
Yeah, and we're
It's an
just more than a
incredible
moving company.
organization.
We want to,
Yeah.
you want to, I mean, obviously we want to assist every customer we can, but we want to be,
Sure.
a part of a community, and more so than any of our competitors
Right.
as well.
Oh,
So
And make sure you display the seal everywhere. Make sure BBB is on all your trucks. That's what you want to see on every single
Yeah.
truck. So we'll wrap it up. It's at 12 minutes. So that's a little longer podcast than you want to do. If you want to be a podcaster regularly, you could have your own show right here. $40 an hour. You can send your staff over and tape 3 or 4 in 1 hour.
that's good. Yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
impressed with everything I've
Yeah,
seen today.
yeah.
I didn't realize it was,
Yeah.
it's more
This is
than,
a big deal.
it's more than just a sticker,
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
All of our accredited
Thanks for
business.
listening.
Yeah.
So you're gonna wrap it up?
I am gonna wrap it up. Thomas, thank you for being here today. Thank you so much for coming to see the program, come and talk on this podcast. Barry, thanks for joining
Gonna wait
us.
for them.
thanks so
Yeah.
much for having me. I appreciate being here.
Of course, make sure to listen on Spotify and YouTube, BBB Send VA on YouTube, and BBB Sharing on Spotify. Like and subscribe. Thank you.